on paper, Ohio State is unquestionably favored at 5 weights, right?
Well, plus with question marks about RBY, Berge, and Shakur.
Right.
Whether they'll go, how healthy they are.
I don't really factor Berge in that because I don't know if there's even a drop off between Berge and Verclaren at this point. I think there is. I do think that Berge's better, but based on the results we've had, I'm not sure that they're better. But just on paper, straight up, 25, 33, 41, I think you have to say Joey's a favorite. 49, certainly a favorite. And 84. So right there, there's only 10 weights, right? So that's half of them they're favored in.
They're going 11 weights for this one.
It's going to come down to bonus points and upsets, like basically every close duel does. And so you say bonus points, and you think, okay, yeah, Penn State all day. But, and as we're going to get into it, and I think we'll go kind of weight by weight here through the matches and our predictions. But I think if you look at the bonus opportunities for Penn State, there are not as many, right? I think there's a good chance that Ohio State's going to be able to hold them off in some of the weights where they would normally get bonus. So, with that being said, we'll start with the big one, Malik Heinzelman versus Devin Schnupp. And I'm going to tell you, I really give Schnupp a chance here. I think he's got a good chance of winning this match. I think Malik's better, but I think one thing, Schnupp is small and not super strong for the weight. I don't think Heinzelman's going to really challenge him there in the strength department, right? Like, I think they're going to be on a similar wavelength. Schnupp, he scraps hard. He's got decent skills. I think this is a really, really close match that is must win for the Buckeyes. I'm taking Heinzelman, but I am very, very, very woke on a potential upset here by Schnupp.
Yeah, so I wrote a whole duel preview, so I'm not going to expand much upon it, but
you should definitely, because more people are going to listen to this
I know.
And read that.
But look, Schnupp has a common opponent over Heinzelman, right? Heinzelman split with Liam Cronin. Schnupp beat him a week or two ago. Heinzelman, though, does have a lot of experience, right? He's 3-time age-level world team member. They're wrestling at home, St. John Arena. He looked very good I watched film of him from the Edinburgh Open. He's got excellent duck series. He was really working kind of low single and then put that head on the knee and like finished the same way 8 or 12 different times. So, yeah, I got Malik. I've seen Malik in bigger matches than this and done well. But if Schnupp wins, it might be a wrap.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. A match that really has no national meaning is going to mean a lot in this duel.
I would also give Schnupp a much better chance if it was in Rec Hall.
I think it would go down
because that Rec Hall magic would come into play for a match like this. But being in St. John, given the experience level of Malik, I'm going with Heinzelman by decision.
Heinzelman decision, close match.
Close match. All right, we are in uniform agreement. Match. All right, 133. Fingers crossed this happens. Luke Pletcher versus Roman Bravo Young. With all apologies to Scott Stossel.
We need the Kale Whisperer Nomad to break down what Kale said.
What did
about
Kale
RBY.
say, and what does it mean?
So I apologize for last show. I misspoke about Shakur. He didn't speak about Shakur in the. I rewatched the not press conference, but
Kale's
the little media day.
Man.
Yeah, I did. I jumped the gun.
Dang it, Nomad.
There was inference from the reporters that Shakur was wrestling, but he only really said stuff about RBY. This is RBY versus Michigan I'm talking about. This week, he said we expect RBY to wrestle, which to me means don't expect him to wrestle. If he says, I feel like if he says likely, he's in. Expect, I don't know.
I feel why. That's just crazy Nomad talking. Because the word expect is much stronger than likely.
I know.
Now I think you're losing it. You lost a little confidence because you made up the Shakur thing, and now
I don't think he's gonna wrestle.
Okay. I don't know. He wasn't during media day. The reporters said he was on a bike with a knee brace.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm kind of why don't we operate under the assumption that a not 100% Roman Bravo Young wrestles Luke Pletcher? If that's the case, I've got Luke close. I probably would have taken Roman ultimately if just based on how he had been looking coming into it, but now he's taking a loss, he's injured. Pletcher looks all right. I mean, he got annihilated by Micic, but I think you have to say Pletcher decision. And really, if it's Stossel, I think Pletcher can get bonus, but I think ultimately, no matter who wrestles, it could be the same dual point outcome for Pletcher.
I really think it's – look, so at the beginning of the year – all right, let me start. Last year, Luke Pletcher had 4 bonus wins the whole year. He had 12% bonus rate. This year, in his first 9 matches, he had 8 bonus point wins. Since then, no bonus. And I know, you said you don't often get a chance against Scott Stossel, which is basically code for no backup should be reasonably expected to hold an All-American to a decision. But Pletcher doesn't put up a lot of points. He never has. I think it's a decision either way, but I think somewhere between 33 and 49, Ohio State picks up bonus. I don't know if it's going to be here. I don't know if it's going to be Micah. Probably not Joey. But 33 or 49, they're probably going to pick up bonus. I just don't know which one.
Pletcher's got a lot of stuff. I feel like he could be a guy that gets, through riding time and 4 takedowns, I could see him getting bonus, but we don't know.
Yeah, I think even with Stossel in there, I think it's just a decision.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So 3 for Ohio State.
Joey McKenna expected to wrestle. Got injured last Monday, I think, and now he's back.
And so he was listed as day-to-day on Wednesday or Thursday. They put the or in the media notes this week. Nothing about him day-to-day, nothing about him being hurt. He was listed as the only possible starter. So I'd be very surprised if Joey didn't wrestle.
Yeah, I think he's going for sure. I don't think you'll be able to hold him out there against Nick Lee unless he suffers a setback. And, okay, I went on the record. McKenna is now my pick to win NCAAs. And now I'm like, man, is he going to beat Nick Lee? Which is problematic. However, I'm not backing down. I'm sticking with Joey over Nick Lee, who wrestled him so tough a year ago. But I think if McKenna is 94% of himself, I think this is actually a very simple win for him.
He, ever since that match last year in Rec Hall, has looked like a different guy.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't think he majors Nick Lee, but just decision. But he controls it like a 8-3, something like that.
I completely agree.
Yeah, Joe decision. But, man, go back and rewatch that match because that – and Mike actually breaks it down. So, Mike does his illustration for Nick Lee versus Joe McKenna, and he talks about McKenna's limp arm, and that's actually how Joey got that takedown in the very, very, very last second of the second period.
That's right.
Pulls him down. That was the exact move that he hit was the limp arm. So, really good breakdown by Mike Mao there. And, again, he talks about millimeters and seconds that literally won him the match.
Yep. So, that's going to be probably the match of the duel. That's the one I'm most excited for, I think.
And one of only 2 repeat matches from last year. Which
right.
is crazy. Eight different matchups this year.
Yeah, weight changes and graduation really changed this duel big time. So 49, we will not skip 149. Micah Jordan versus Brady Berge or Jared Verkleeren. So, man, Micah's looked really good lately. And you think about the guys that give Micah Jordan trouble, super good scramblers, long, lanky, can ride you a little bit. Neither of these guys fit that description. I think I wouldn't be surprised if you see Verkleeren here because of how we've seen Berge fade, and Micah is a guy that can pour it on.
He's going to shoot 1 million times.
He's going to shoot 1 million times. Now, and on the other hand, that plays right into Berge's biggest strength, which is go behind re-attack stuff. But I think over time, I'm not sure it's going to work against Micah more than once. And Micah, if he shoots 1 million times, if he finishes half of those, he gets 500,000 takedowns.
That's true.
Mike
that
also
feels like a tech fall.
That feels like a tech fall to me.
Mike also a little bit better than some of the guys Berge didn't go behind zone.
You're right. You're right. So for that reason, I'm going to say either way, major decision for one Micah Jordan. Mongoose Mick.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll have. I honestly feel like he'll have an easier time getting a major on Verkleeren because I feel like he can finish easier, and Verkleeren might try something really crazy.
Yes.
And put himself on his own back.
He's done that before. Yep.
Yes. But even if it's Berge, I think he'll just like wilt him in the third period with his pace. I like a major.
So we're all in agreement right now. Kind of.
We have the exact same score. This is compelling.
No matter who's in or given a couple different things, but it'll probably be 12 or 13-0 heading into.
If it's not 12 or 13-0, Ohio State's in trouble.
Yeah,
it's got to be something to 0, or I think they basically have no chance of winning.
Yeah.
So no pressure, Ohio State lightweights. But if you want to beat Penn State, who hasn't lost since the Obama administration,
February 21st, 2015, I believe.
Yeah,
55, right?
55.
This will be going for 56.
Wow, unlucky number 56. Okay, we're coming into 157. Keyshawn Hayes versus Jason Nolf. Keyshawn is interesting in terms of him in a dual meet against Jason Nolf. Now, part of me thinks, man, maybe this is a close match or not close match. This is not like a tech fall pin, right? I think this is going to be one that flirts with the major and is maybe not, right?
I do not.
You think
he's going to annihilate him. I think it's going to be a tech fall.
So you look at Keyshawn has been bonused 4 times in college. Deacon, Sorensen, Zane, those are all majors. And then last year in the duel, Zane teched him.
After giving up 2 takedowns.
That was punishment.
Yes.
Zane was down 4-1 after like a minute and still teched him.
He had Zane on the ropes there. If it were, you know what? If it were beach wrestling, which is a 3-0, I think he would have won.
He would have.
Yeah. People forget beach wrestling rules, and maybe Keyshawn thought it was beach wrestling rules, so he kind of won that match deep down. I'm actually gonna say Nolf by major. I'm not gonna give him the tech or the pin.
I got the tech. No man.
I think it's gonna be a major, but it's gonna be close to a tech. Keyshawn's also small, right?
He is small.
And
he gets a little tie.
He gets a little tie, but I think he knows he's going to get tie, so he preserves his energy. But Nolf may not let him.
You got tech?
Yes.
Okay.
And you got a major.
I got a 13 or 14 point major.
The one thing that concerns me is Keyshawn. He doesn't do a good job when he's stalling of not looking like he's stalling, and I'm afraid he gets hit for stalling a couple times, and then he has to start shooting. He's like giving up easy go-behinds, and he's getting shoved out of bounds. Another one, like, is there a DQ possibility here? I don't know.
It's also just it's Nolf.
It's Nolf. That's the main thing.
He's not the greatest on bottom either, and we've seen Nolf turn when he wants to.
Yeah.
Like, Keyshawn could be an All-American this year, but the level is
levels.
Yeah. There's levels to this.
Now, comparison's sake, Pantaleo and Hayes was pretty close. It was like a 1 takedown match, right? Mm-hmm. And Pantaleo was able to hold him off. So I'm kind of using that as a reason it's like we're going to be right on that line, even though they're such different wrestlers, Pantaleo and
Pantaleo has, he has that double, right, that he hit on Nolf, that he always hits on Berger, and just athletically, Pantaleo can kind of make up for some of his, I consider Nolf more skilled than Alec. But Alec can kind of make up for some of that stuff by being really strong, really athletic, can hold position sometimes, and so I don't know. I think Nolf's going to pour it on.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Who put these lines in here? Did Willie put these in here? He has McKenna a 4.5 point favorite against Nick Lee. That's absolutely patently absurd.
Nick Lee's
is that available to be bet? Because lose all your money, spend all your money on Nick Lee plus 4.5. Nick
Lee's only loss this year is a really goofy match to Tristan Moran, and he's a 4.5 point dog.
I'm thinking 1.5. 4.5 points?
Maybe 2.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. If this is a real bang line,
I'm getting on Bet DSI.
He's getting on Bet DSI right now. We're gonna get the deets here squared away. Okay, that's crazy. Bet your home on that one. All right, we're at one.
It is. You can.
You can bet that. Oh my gosh. Well, here's free money, guys.
These are the lines. So Willie must have looked at Bet DSI and put them in.
Wow, that is absurd. Okay. Well, if you have money in your bank account, you should empty it on BetDSI here soon. 165, Tashan Campbell versus Vincenzo Joseph. Did they wrestle last year?
They did wrestle last
Yeah.
year. I watched the match last night. So, couple weird things. First of all, there was hands of the face call in this match last year.
Wow. Foreshadowing.
On Tashan, which was so weird to watch last year. And also, if that match was this year, the way that he would have been hit, he would have been DQ'd.
He did it so many times.
He hit him in the face a lot. He did. I don't just watch the match. But it was 6-2.
Can you actually get DQ'd for it?
I imagine it's probably similar to,
I don't know.
If you go full Nelson 7 times, I bet you get
I don't think so. I think you could full Nelson till the cows come home.
Well,
it's not like a stall warning.
I don't know. That seems odd that you can be stalled out, but you can't disqualify yourself out via illegal move.
You're right. It doesn't.
That's very strange.
It doesn't make sense.
That doesn't compute.
Hey, right. If you could get DQ'd for full Nelsons, there's some Buffalo Gap wrestlers that would have done it. It's a very effective turn. That's what's lost in all the full Nelson discussion is how well it works.
If you can get away with it, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, back to the match last year. So it was 6-2 going into like the last 90 seconds, and Chenzo had riding time, and then Chenzo kind of poured it on. Campbell gave up a stall point, which got the entire Ohio State coaching staff up off their chairs in anger. And then Chenzo got takedowns in the last 20 seconds of both the second and third periods. So he majored him, but can you rely on the hands of the face? Can you rely on riding time? Can you rely on stall point? Because that got him 3 points. So it would have been 9-3.
What I don't think you can rely on is that many takedowns based on how Chenzo's been wrestling, right? Like,
I think Chenzo's better this year than we've ever seen him. And
by the way, all our friends on Facebook helped us out. It's 1, 1, 2, you're out.
Hey,
right, for illegal moves.
Yes,
not just stalls.
So you can literally anything.
Right. Okay.
The only thing
that makes sense.
That you can't be DQ'd for is like cautions.
Okay. Good. Good to know.
Cautions is 1 till infinity.
I think so.
Yeah.
Thanhank you, Facebook friends. Y'all are very
There were
helpful.
a bunch of them, so I can't mention just one.
How can we possibly name just one of our friends on Facebook? Well, that's okay. Yeah. Good to know. So you can only do like 3 full Nelsons, and then
don't full Nelson. You Division I college.
You can do 3 though.
You got 3. It's just like your cautions. You get 2, and then the 1 you start giving up points.
Not to derail this, but if you have a situation where hey, don't get pinned, and you're a fish and you're wrestling a really good guy, like take top and just like.
What about locked hands?
Yeah, no, you can get disqualified for locked hands.
Oh my goodness. Be careful, Dayton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I think it's a decision personally. You think Chenzo's wrestling better than we've ever seen him?
I think
he's as good as we've ever seen him, but I don't think he's as. I just don't see him dominating. Right?
According to the most dominant standings just came out today, he's the 3rd most dominant in the country. It's because he's been wrestling. His quality competition has gone up lately, right? He had close one with
when he was wrestling, not to name names, so I won't.
Yeah,
but,
no, I know what you mean.
Get on WrestleStat. Look at who he's beat.
I think Chenzo can major him. I think he will major him. But again, you get 2 takedowns in the last 20 seconds of a match. You get a stall call. You get hands of the face. You get riding time. The wrestling that way is kind of dicey, but he moved him around so much with his overhook. He moved him around his underhook, tap and go stuff. Like I don't know. He did kind of not whatever he wanted, but he was well.
Chenzo major. Next topic.
Ooh.
So you got a regular decision.
I got a decision for Tashan.
What do you have, Nomad?
I got a major, but he's gonna have to chase it late.
Yeah, that's what he had to do last time. It was a late takedown, right?
Yeah, like 15 to go.
He did have the major this year over Shields, but to me...
Well, yeah, part of that was Shields tried the dive roll. And
yeah, it was a 6-point dive roll. Now, he did chase Shields all around.
Mm-hmm.
I give credit. Okay, well, I mean, I certainly don't think this could be competitive. I just think it's like 5-6 point win.
That's very reasonable.
All right. All right, 74, Ethan Smith versus Mark Hall. Now, Smith has been wrestling really tough. He gave Amin a really, really close match. I think this is another decision as well. Now, the mixer always looms.
Well, the mixer always looms, and the Smith loves to shoot, which kind of really plays into Mark. Mark's always been counter heavy and has a lot of tricks.
It does. It does. It certainly plays in. I mean, that's one of the many reasons Mark Hall is going to win this match. But I just don't see Smith shooting himself into a major decision. I think it's Mark will have to be in active pursuit of the major the entire time. His offense, I think he'll need a turn, which Ethan Smith is certainly turnable. But I don't know. I just see this as another decision. Maybe I'm overreacting to close matches with Amin and the fact that Smith was competitive with Amin, but that's just how I see this match going. I think it's really tough. I think Smith can wrestle at this level.
He held Daniel Lewis to a decision as well.
Yeah.
6-1.
Do you think that – so this kind of goes against the ethos of the Ohio State coaching staff, which has always been very attack-minded. I mean, just look how they wrestle in neutral, pretty much all their guys. But do you think they're going to be, hey, we know you love to shoot. You got to be more selective.
No way.
And efficient.
I don't think so. I think
that's what I said. It's like it kind of goes against their.
I think if anything, to give a little advice here, Tom Ryan, Coach Ryan, hope you're listening out there. No, but maybe it's something like where you get on this head inside shot here. Here's where Mark's going to look to go when you're in. So be aware here of
right.
Basically, it's like how to get the stalemate when you're in on the leg. If you're not going to finish, like how to avoid. But Mark's got his hips are so freaky. I don't know how you really replicate it. Just don't dwell on it. Be aware of it, as Coach Brands would say.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It would just be kind of so odd, given how Ohio State coaches their guys, to then be like, hey, not shut down, but like be careful. So
Johnny DeJulia says McKenna by major. So, hey, you text me, Johnny?
Shocker.
I'm putting it out there.
He was just on Facebook Live, and he said that T-Shan was ready.
T-Shan's ready. Okay. All right, we'll see. JDJ, always unbiased take for Ohio State.
So, Brecky, you got decision?
Yeah.
CP, you got decision?
Mm-hmm.
I got major again, and again, it's kind of somewhere between 57 and 84, or 57 and 97. I feel like Penn State's going to get 3 bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
really? 3?
I feel very confident in Nolf.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that somewhere I feel pretty good about Chenzo, and then I feel somewhere of Mark and Bo, they're getting a bonus.
Okay. I think it's more likely.
Which is
I could sign up for 3 bonus points, but I feel like it'll be something where they find their way to a pin.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I think like one guy gets a pin or something like that because I don't know, they're so pinfall minded. So that's 74. I've got the decision for Mark Hall, but he is the man. So 184 pounds, Miles Martin versus Shakur Rashid, who Kale
or.
What's his name? Vinny Pisano?
No, or
Franny Pisano?
No, I think it'll be Manville.
Oh,
if Shakur doesn't go, I think it'll be Manville.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Someone said on Tuesday it was going to be Manville on Facebook.
Really?
Well, that's who they've been sending out when they haven't sent out Shakur.
Fake news. Franny Pisano wrestled against Norman Conley.
That's because he wasn't
CNN anchor.
Wasn't Manville?
I actually like Norman Conley. He's pretty tough. He just has a CNN anchor name.
Yeah. So, okay, 84. So, wait, what about Shakur?
Shakur can go. I'm just saying if Shakur doesn't go, I'm thinking it's going to be Manville.
All right.
That was the point I was trying to make.
I think this is Miles very comfortably, just based on what we saw. I mean, I would have said Miles comfortably if Shakur was healthy, and I'm sticking with it. Greg Martin said he was going to message me and try to trick me into saying that Miles was going to bump up. I would not have fallen for that probably, even though I'm definitely gullible, according to all my friends. Yeah, I wouldn't have fallen for that. I would like to think. But yeah, I think it's Miles. I think he's so good on his feet, even though I don't see Shakur presenting trouble for him from the top position, even though that's Shakur's best position. So, I mean, Miles just looks like he's so separated from the field right now.
Well, and I mean, recency, but if Shakur wrestles that way against Miles, that's when Miles can start pouring it on.
Now, here's something I noticed, and then Kale even mentions that, Shakur burnt a lot of energy on that first takedown. I mean, he had the leg, and then he had finished with a body lock. It was like really tough, and maybe that just sapped his energy early. And Jelani Embry, big, strong dude, makes it tough for him. So it could be part of that, but Miles Martin's also a big, strong dude with tons of skill behind it. So I think it's, and if there's a chance, maybe there's a chance for bonus here if they don't send out their starter, or if Shakur's just like not right. I don't think a fully healthy Shakur Rashid is at risk of getting bonus, but perhaps if he's not quite right and Miles gets some things going, I could see it happening. But I'm just gonna say decision for Miles Martin.
Man, I want to go major here.
Ooh.
Major.
Wow.
Miles Martin.
Yeah, I said major because I don't think Shakur's wrestling. And again, this is kind of one of those things. Between 33, 49, and 84, I think Ohio State gets 2 majors between those 3 weights. So I'm going major here. And, man, it's, when you watch Miles and he's feeling it and he's hitting misdirections and changing angles, and even against really good guys, like there's just nothing you can do for the most part.
No. Yeah, so you're going major. I'm the only decision. Jeez, okay. 97. Here's the other biggest match. Colin Moore versus Bo Nickel. NCAA Finals preview. I'll say it.
Possibly.
Who's beating Colin Moore? Yeah, maybe Brucky.
Yeah, Brucky's the big what-if question right now of guys who can beat.
Large individual. But I still think Colin probably. So we're really going to see kind of how far removed Bo is from this entire field. He has slaughtered everyone he's wrestled this year, and he helps him up after he pins him. Nice gesture.
Sportsmanship.
Very sporty of him.
Very good sportsmanship, showing a lot of heart. 2 of the Hodge criteria. I'm going Bo here. I think it's a comfortable win. Colin Moore's going to need to hit his dump, hold him, get a 4 count. I just think, Bo Nickel, pound for pound, first or second best guy in the country. And I don't think you can do anything but pick him here.
By
decision.
Okay.
I'm going to say Bo decision, but would it shock you one bit if he threw him to his back and pinned him?
Not at all.
Yeah.
And
especially if they needed it. Like, it's almost scarier if they need, like, bonus points, because he's just
been that guy, right? Just that thorn in their side, like, Penn Miles last year, and yeah, it's really hard to pick somebody. It's really hard to pick somebody to bonus Colin Moore, so I'm gonna go decision, but
I will say that there's a guy that bonus Colin Moore last year. His name's Kyle Cannell. And if Kyle Cannell can do it...
he pinned him. Yeah.
He pinned him. And then he kind of ragdolled him the second time they wrestled, too.
Put him on his back again. Suck back.
Yeah, classic. Suckbacks, I am here for all of those janky top turns. The suckbacks, the Ashnault things, Joe Smith, that's great. Joey Dance, one of the best suckbacks of all time. So we all have decision here?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what the score is coming into heavyweight. Well, set the stage here, because this thing's probably going to start stupid 25.
Bracky and I have it 17-15 in favor of the home team.
The Buckeyes.
CP has it 16-13 in favor of the Buckeyes.
Woo! So for y'all, it comes down to heavyweight, basically. I mean, it does for mine as well, but
comes more so down to heavyweight for you, because then we start bringing in criteria.
Yeah.
If it's a decision.
Therefore, can someone pull up the dual tiebreaker criteria?
Yep, working on it.
He's working on
he
it.
He has it saved somewhere, I'm pretty sure.
Good. Yeah, me too. So heavyweight, it's going to be Chase Singletary versus Anthony Cassar, Julius Caesar. And what can you say other than Cassar here comfortably? Would be surprised if bonus is a thing in this match, but I think it's a comfortable. He's going to double leg him and do all kinds of crazy stuff.
If he needs a major, he's going to get it.
Woo!
And that's why I have Penn State winning, just because I have Cassar getting the major. Or Caesar, I should say, getting the major.
Can you say it right?
Respect
his Roman heritage.
Also, if he doesn't have the body paint chain on again, I'm going to be really pissed.
Problematic. Please paint more necklaces on wrestlers. So that would make it tied for me if I go decision here. So it'd be tied. If y'all, what do you have Cassar winning?
I have Cassar winning. I got a stat for you guys in a second here. I'm trying to pull up.
I love a good stat.
Yeah. So
he's really
Cassar has 78 takedowns this year. I know. I'm getting it.
Let him be.
Good Lord. Cassar has 78 takedowns this year in 18 matches. He didn't get a takedown against Derek White, and then 2 guys he pinned like kind of right away, so he only got 1 takedown against them.
Mm-hmm.
Neville's held him to 3 takedowns. Everyone else he has gotten 14 matches, 4 or more takedowns. That's a heavyweight.
That change your mind?
Mm-hmm. I've been swayed by the statistics.
Better than,
and also he's Rhino trained, a product
right.
of the Mike Mal system. Yeah, okay. Dang it. I think you're right. When you're right, you're right. Let's go throw that major on there and give 56 straight for the Penn State Nittany Lions.
56 in a row with no end in
decision
sight.
or major for you?
Major good.
I have regular decision, but I have more confidence that Penn State will score more bonus points than Ohio State.
Well, I kind of want the caveat of that Kyle had. Like, if it comes down to it and he needs it, he'll get it. But I think I can see him just winning by like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
I wish this duel would start at some random weight.
I wish it would start at heavyweight and end at 97. That would be so sick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You won't, Tom Ryan.
You're right. They won't.
They won't.
Someone, Michael Skorinsky brought this up, and I almost didn't believe it was true. But so the Center Daily Times wrote this article based on some quotes they got from Kale this week talking about celebration and that stuff in wrestling. He talks about Fortnite.
What?
And I want to get into that. Yeah, hang on. Okay. So he said, Sanderson agreed that the culture around college wrestling has changed since his competition days. He lays some of the blame for that change on video games such as Fortnite, which many Penn State wrestlers and Sanderson himself have spent a lot of time playing. Just like in wrestling, Sanderson isn't too fond of those celebrations either. Part of Fortnite now is if you have some success, you take a moment and you dance around. Well, then somebody smokes you while you're celebrating, he said. But that's just what people do. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but kids are kids.
All right. Well, there's no sniper fire after you flex or play the air guitar, so luckily for them. Now, all right, here we go. I have the tiebreaker criteria. I found it faster than Nomad.
Yeah.
I win the day. Now, when 2 teams finish in a tie, here's the thing. Number 1, greatest number of victories. Okay?
Doesn't help.
Doesn't help. We got a 5-5 split. Combined total number of falls, forfeits, defaults, and so 6-pointers. Who has the most 6-pointers? So if you have the most pins, so that makes me think, okay, you favor Penn State there because they're more likely to get a pin. But that doesn't really help.
Penn State gets a pin. I would be very surprised if they lose.
Yeah. I would be surprised if it comes down to tiebreaker if they get a pin.
Yeah.
But total near fall points scored only from decisions, major decisions, and technical falls. That's a really stupid. Why would it not count if you pinned them? Anyway.
Well, it's below pins. So if there are no pins or if there's the same number of pins.
Yeah, okay. So I will say, that would favor probably Penn State too. Total takedowns, least number of unsportsmanlike conduct calls. And is a hands in the face unsportsmanlike conduct, or that's just no?
Well, I thought it was team points taken away, but that sounds like it is in-match unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then the final one is
Coin flip?
No, first takedown scored of the dual meet.
Yes.
Maybe the dumbest tiebreaker criteria there is. However, it should be like most first takedowns in the match. That would make more sense to me. So that
should be coin flip. That would be electric.
Should be a coin. Can you imagine? Mark Hall and Miles Martin staring across from each other, making the call. Hall goes green. The disc is suspended in the air for a time. And then it rolls around, and then green. They win. But no, they're sparing us that drama.
But throws everyone through a loop because green is home
team. Yeah, I was gonna say
and
Green's
Ohio
home
State
team
is red, so all the Ohio State fans think they lose for a second, but then they realize they really win. It would be awesome.
That would be crazy, but it's not gonna happen. So we all have Penn State winning 56, but it's gonna be tight tomorrow evening in Columbus.
Big Ten Network.
Big Ten Network. Now, okay, a brief pause. For what? Do you have something? Are you still looking for?
No, just the brief pause. We're breathing.
Okay, good. All right, I like that. Last week, a sensation swept the nation when we brought back Kyle Brackey's Alien Hour, and it's back again this week. And I don't know much about this one, but I think you're going to be interesting. Last week, you learned that Avril Lavigne has been dead since 2003, replaced by a body double named Melissa. Rest in peace to Avril. And today, Kyle Brackey's got something else.
Yeah, so, we've talked about monsters of sort on here before. And we're going to go back kind of into that vein again. Today, we're going to go to the swamp in Florida with essentially Bigfoot's cousin, okay?
Whoa.
The skunk ape. And it's an incredible name. But it's very similar to Bigfoot, 6 to 7 feet tall.
Wow.
Does it have a tail?
No. It's a humanoid.
Okay.
Definitely
but not a skunk-like tail.
No. It's a skunk name comes from the awful odor that it has.
I feel like they said that Sasquatch also smells horrible too.
They never bathe.
They really are not. For humanoids, they're not big on personal hygiene.
But some researchers attribute the odor to its natural habitat of the swamp and alligator dens filled with swamp gas and animal cadavers. So that's lovely.
That smells horrible.
Yes.
What is swamp gas? What? That is the worst smelling combination of words.
Nomad,
you say the word swamp gas.
Yeah, Nomad said it before the show, and it's like literally anything could live like in the Everglades.
Yeah, that is the primordial ooze.
You might be right.
But this guy, Dave Shealy, he's a local expert, and I mean he's just really cornered the skunk ape market.
Whoa!
He has.
Now is that what it looks like?
Can we pull this up?
Yeah.
The official skunk ape headquarters. So if you're ever in Okeechobee, Florida,
oh my lord,
that's where you need to go. You can get some. They also have alligators there, so you can't beat that.
In case you want to see something that's real, right? There's gators.
Is the skunk ape have a rivalry with like a 14-foot alligator?
I don't think so, but I'm sure it could take an alligator if it wanted to.
Yeah. What size of alligator would you have to see before it would?
I don't know.
Like a 20-foot alligator?
All right, let him go.
Let me talk about, you can get some gear here. That's a dope hat. If anyone is in Florida listening, you should get that for me.
Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. That guy's related to the Turtle Man.
So, no, he's been on Stephen Colbert, Unsolved Mysteries.
Whoa.
This dude's legit. Dave Shealy.
He's the real deal. Y'all thought this was a joke.
Now, I'm going to pull up some pictures here.
Oh, no.
Look at this one.
There it is.
That is the skunk ape.
Can we get a freeze and enhance there?
Can we make this bad boy bigger?
Nope.
No.
All right.
You can't make the skunk ape any bigger.
Well,
this is gonna be
look
great.
At those eyes.
This is gonna be great radio for everybody that listens.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You need to watch this. If you're not watching the video,
Dave Shealy took this picture himself. Look at this.
Oh,
that's him
my
just
gosh.
walking through the Everglades.
There it is.
You don't want to mess with that thing.
All right, now how many is this? Is there just the one?
No, he estimates that there are 6 to 7 in the Florida Everglades right now. And and he asked that you don't harm them.
Don't harm them.
Don't harm them. Let them be. Let them be. There's no need to disrupt their life. And if you see one, wait 5 days before reporting, so it has some time to move out of the area.
So kind of a snitches.
Snitches die. Yeah.
So snitches get drowned in the swamp gas.
So when you say don't harm them,
don't kill them.
Right, but so what sort of firearm would it take?
It's a 6 to 7 foot humanoid. So
I mean,
whatever would take
all right. So a really big person.
It would probably do fine with playing 22 tag with your uncles, but other than that,
you just catch the bullets.
But Sheely said he's seen around 5 of them in his life. First one, he became obsessed with them when he first saw his first one at 10.
Wow.
So some people were just drawn to this stuff.
I love it.
And he was about that life.
So there's 6 to 7. He happens to have seen one of them. All right.
But do
they pose any threat to humans?
No,
as far as we know?
They'll leave you alone.
What do these things eat?
Whatever they get their hands on in swamp.
Oh snap! Little squirrel
Turtles?
or something.
Turtles. I'm sure alligators.
No one's safe except people.
I would love to see a skunk ape eating an alligator.
Well, maybe.
Bet it happens. If Bobby Boucher can eat alligator, a skunk ape can eat alligator.
Like bones too?
Oh yeah.
What is the probability that one day Nomad is in Florida giving skunk ape tours?
I don't know. That sounds pretty fun.
I can see you wearing like a tank top and probably that hat
with one of the boats with the fans.
Driving a fan boat for sure.
Yep.
I could see you living that life.
Yeah.
You know what? One day there's a pretty natural progression from FloWrestling content creator to.
Wow, Michael Skrinsky, bet DSI has skunk ape plus 4.5 over Bigfoot.
Wow. All right. So place your bets there. Some other matches to discuss. Thank you, Kyle, as always.
You're welcome.
We're just getting 1 week smarter every time you bring something like that to our attention, so we appreciate it. Minnesota versus Nebraska real quick, live on Flow this week. A few interesting matches. Let's focus on Red McKee. Very excited for that one. CJ Red, Chad, was feeling himself against Vince Turk. I think it's a tougher matchup against Mitch McKee, who has looked really good this year. And for that reason, I think it's a McKee win here. I think he can find his way to the takedowns. And Red's a great scrambler, but McKee is an excellent scrambler too. So I think he negates Red's best attribute. So I think it's a Mitch McKee win, but big opportunity for Chad Red.
Yeah, and so I don't know that they've ever wrestled before, which seems impossible.
I think it's possible because
given the amount of
McKee's been at 33. McKee always cuts a lot of weight down.
Yeah,
and Red doesn't wrestle near as much freestyle.
True.
So yeah,
they did go to a lot of stuff in high school. Anyway, I got McKee here, but I don't know. Chad Red wasn't quite himself first semester. Has looked a little better. Second semester,
right?
Give me McKee. Although McKee was also hurt for a little bit, so
I feel you. Steven?
I'll take Mitch McKee.
Okay.
I loved what Chad Red did in the duel, though. That was swaggy.
Got it. Okay. He was swaggy. Missouri, Arizona State wrestled this week, apparently. I think I looked that up, which means Zahid Valencia, Daniel Lewis. I don't think any of us are picking Daniel, but I just want that on our radar. It's a pretty freaking juicy match.
174. I don't know how, but everyone has hit everyone in the top 8 or 9. Like they just all wrestle each other. It's the easiest weight to rank. It's gonna make seeding really easy. So kudos to 174ers for all wrestling each other. I don't know how that's worked out, but it has.
Okay. You know what? We've got friends. They've got questions. Let's ask them and attempt to answer them, or answer them poorly. Either way.
David Emmerich said he was married to a Sasquatch, and it was not fun.
All right. So they're not good partners. Understand that. They don't pull their weight in terms of, supporting. They're not good at housework. They don't clean up after themselves.
They don't bathe.
The swamp gas. Back with the swamp gas. Sam Herring, the official, we'll just say wrestler of FloWrestling Radio Live. We had narrowed it down to middle school, but no, he's just the official. Says, a question from my dear brother Eli, who, if you don't remember, his brother Eli has a chicken wing eating record of 26. He's like 9 years old. So congrats to Eli on that. His question is this: seeing as how Kyle Snyder has lost at his last 3 tournaments, what would you say his biggest reason for his down performances? Would it be a result of the time he spends with Rudis? Oh, wow. Scouting, family, etc.? Okay. Well, combination of things. He lost his last 3 tournaments, which are Worlds,
Euregan,
and did he lose a ping pong tournament? I don't know.
Then he must have lost at Dogu. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think it has a lot to do with Rudis or just like promotional, endorsement stuff in general. I think, generally speaking, those professional guys, Burroughs, Snyder, handle all that stuff well and just kind of take it in stride. And, I mean, they're not training 100% of the time, 24 hours a day anyway. Quality competition definitely matters. Sadulaev's really good. But, part of it is definitely scouting, and Snyder still has not developed a turn in parterre yet. Everybody kind of knows exactly what he's going to do. He's still amazing, and it's really hard to do anything but take his losses and go, yep, he's going to learn from it. But, yeah, there's some concern that are we going to start seeing more evolution now that he's out of college? And 100% professional athlete full-time.
Yeah, I think that helps. One thing I wonder about a lot is no Lou Rosselli. I mean, Lou and Tervel's awesome. The Ohio State coaching staff's awesome. But Lou Rosselli is regarded as one of the best coaches in the country and the world. And in terms of, now I know they're not doing good at all at Oklahoma, but in terms of developing athletes and training them, he's regarded as one of the best in the business, and he's not there. He's not training with Lou Rosselli right now.
Yeah, but how long has Lou been gone, though?
I know. This is the second year. Right, so he beat Sadulaev when Lou was leaving, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I understand what you're saying with Rosselli, but I feel like he hasn't been there a while now that I feel like they would have made those adjustments. And I feel like Tervel was more his guy anyway than Lou.
No, I mean, that's his guy, but like training him?
Yeah, no,
putting him through practice, putting him through a training regimen, that was definitely Lou Rosselli.
Yeah, and Lou is an excellent RTC coach. I mean, one time they freaking put 5 of the 7 guys on the world team. But I don't know, just given how far removed it's been, I don't know if the Rosselli thing has much to do with
I think that's more of a factor than just simple scouting. I really do. I mean, I haven't seen a real evolution in Snyder's game. He's still a takedown artist, and I don't know. I don't know what to attribute it to. I don't think it's the Rudis factor. I think, I certainly hope not.
And also, how much of that is on Kyle? I'm sure Tervel and the guys he's working with, Zach, would like him to expand his repertoire, and is not fighting it, but is Kyle kind of coming along more slowly with kind of the expansion of his offensive arsenal?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he takes some of that blame that, he doesn't have a turn yet, and he feels like he should have a really powerful gut wrench given all his physical skills, but he's basically indifferent. Yeah, I think that's on him more than the coaches for sure. But
and again, we're picking nits here. I mean, like, this guy's made 4 straight World Finals, won 3 of them. So
yeah.
This is the only way that you can talk about guys like Kyle Snyder is you're nitpicking when all he's done is win his whole life.
And he's lost, he loses in the regular season basically every year.
Right.
But seeing him lose not to the guy that went on to win the tournament, or even, I don't even know if he made the semis.
Yeah.
So it's a little concerning.
So he lost to Alborov of Azerbaijan at Dogu. He lost to Sadulaev in the World Finals, and then lost to Rasul Magomedov in Euregan first round.
So Eli is pulling Yasser Dogu?
Yeah.
What a freaking G.
Man.
These guys are awesome. Forgot about the Dogu. Okay. Great question. And one, I don't really know that. I don't know if Brecky has a theory.
No.
I'm curious when we're going to see him next. I hope he goes to Kolov. end of this month. Oh boy, like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
it sounds like we're going to be sending a really good team to Kolof, Bulgaria.
Okay.
Also, sidebar, a whole bunch of 13 Americans are going to Zagreb for Greco this weekend live on Flow to try and get some ranking points. Kamal Bay, Tracy Hancock, a bunch of those guys, Dalton Roberts. So,
bring it home, boys.
Ranking series this weekend.
Starts
live on Flow.
I think like tomorrow morning, like 4 a.m.
Yeah, we should have draws coming out actually pretty soon.
So be on the lookout for that little Zagreb update there. Okay, this may be. I really want to do this one, but it may take too long. Maybe kind of hard, but I want to put it on your radar. So maybe we do it next week. From Matt Mace, predicted NCAA champs in order of confidence. I always love doing this in order. But yeah, let's not do it. Let's think about it. Right? We'll bring those. I like being able. What I like about FRL questions is like, you should be able to very quickly answer them, right?
Yeah.
And this requires a little more thought, and I don't personally want to just put mine out there and not think it through.
Top of the docket, FRL 352, Penn State, Ohio State, then NCAA champs in order of confidence.
Yeah, we can just do that, a little question from friends.
Okay.
Why are the recent PIAA four-time state champs, quote, struggling in college compared to expectations? Rye asks FRL. I swear, Twitter owes us. Just this morning, a Nolf Next Topic followed me on Twitter. All these FRL Twitter accounts. Can't beat it. Okay, so the people we're talking about here are Jimmy Gulabon, Chance Marsteller,
Teasdale,
Gavin Teasdale. I think that's it.
Yeah. Because then we're start going back guys who are been gone for a while.
Well, no one had won 4 PA State champ. When Gulabon won, it had been a really long time.
Yeah.
Since there had been one prior. So why is it? I mean, when it's only 3, it's really tough to to say it's anything other. It's just a coincidence that these four guys, or it could be something where you have so much success early, and you kind of get what you want. You're in terms of accolades. You're winning PA states. Maybe you don't change up your skill set enough. You don't get into that habit of, I need to make adjustments here. I'm a freshman, a sophomore to junior. Whereas like what Nolf was a 2 or 3 timer.
Well, there's also, and there's a very healthy debate about this, and this is not just Pennsylvania. There is, when it's the smaller school, right? If you have a multi-division state and you're winning in the smaller division, right? Are you big fish in a small pond, right? Now, that's a little harder when Teasdale's making world teams.
Thomas Haynes, too.
Thomas Haynes.
Yeah.
There you go.
When Teasdale's making world teams, when Marsteller's doing really well at national events, when Gulabon's doing really well at national events. But I do think there is a little bit of that big fish in small pond. I also think
because they're a small school. I don't understand. Because you're better prepared for NCAA when you're taking on AAA competition for 4 years as opposed to AA. How many of these guys were AA? Gavin was, I know, but
they all were.
They were all AA.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I don't think that's true.
They were.
Didn't Marsteller wrestle Peppelman in one of the state finals?
I don't believe so.
I'm almost positive he did.
Well,
Central Dauphin is definitely not.
Gulabon and
Gavin's definitely AA.
Gavin definitely was. Jefferson Morgan's definitely AA. There's probably someone listening right now that would know, but I really thought that Chance was AAA.
Well,
Ryan Tierney says Jimmy was in both. So the school.
Yeah, I thought Derry
and he said Chance was AAA.
Yeah, Chance was AAA.
And so was Jimmy.
Jimmy was AAA?
Derry.
Okay.
Haynes was AAA as well.
Gulabon
was AAA for 2 years and then AA for 2 years.
Okay, so he started AA.
No.
All right.
Well,
I'm pretty sure
I think he started AAA.
And then went down.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I remember him being AA. All right, well, disregard that, but that is something that I've heard for Gavin.
Yeah, maybe Gavin for
yeah.
sure. But
I really thought Gulabon was AA. Anyway.
So I don't think it's that. I think when you have that early success, it's harder to convince yourself you have all these areas to improve, right? I think it's something like that. I mean, you look at their skill sets. Chance Marstell's still kind of doing a lot of the same stuff that he was doing as a freshman, right?
There's also a maturity thing where
a physical mature.
Chance was, as 14, 15-year-old, had the body of a 19, 20-year-old.
And literally was wrestling, going to college practice. Like, he could go with college guys.
So that matters when you're a freshman and you are equally as mature and strong as seniors. There are guys who are as good technically as freshmen, but who they're not strong enough to beat seniors.
Yeah, I think that's part of it too. It's like, all right, as a freshman, sophomore, you're super physically developed and you've got some skills, so you can win those 2 years. And then by your junior, senior year, you're better than everyone by a margin. Your skills are there, so you're going to win those two by and large, even in a state as tough as Pennsylvania. So, yeah, that could be part of it. I feel like Ben Askren would have some really good theories about it.
I also think I had this conversation with somebody, but it's like, why does Pennsylvania have the most, duds, busts, burnouts, whatever you want to call it? Well, because they also have the most good. Yeah. They send the most guys to D1.
It'd be like if you look at Texas and Florida in high school football. Yeah. They would have a ton of duds, too, but they'd also have all these home runs.
Yeah, Chance was an All-American. Jimmy's an All-American. And Gavin just started. I know this year didn't work out for Gavin, but, he's still got 4 years left.
Chance Marceller's been at the right weight. He's been really good.
Yeah,
that's true, too.
So I understand expectation-wise they probably didn't live up. Or haven't?
Well, it's just these guys coming out of high school are more credentialed than Vincenzo Joseph. And
for sure.
Nolf and even Zane, right? So I think that's part of it as well. It's interesting. I would be curious for someone like Ben or even Willie's take what he thinks it is. And also it's compared to expectations.
Yes.
So if you just say 4-time Pennsylvania State champ, knowing all the guys that didn't win 4 PA State titles, you just think this should be a multiple national champion. Mm-hmm. So perhaps more than anything, it's just unreasonable expectations.
And one more thing, not to kind of dress, but at some point, maybe in the offseason, we have this conversation like, what is a bust really? Because if you're a 2 or 3-time All-American, no matter what the expectations are, it's hard for me to call you a bust. You might not have lived up to expectations, but it's really hard to call me a bust just because of how hard it is to.
No one would ever call you a bust, Nomad. You panned out.
Yeah.
Late bloomer, maybe. Not a bust. A lot of people asking about this Hayden Halter situation, this Wisconsin kid that got DQ'd. Bracky could probably pull up the YouTube here of it. It's a really weird situation where a kid that maybe has had this is just kind of word of mouth. After this thing comes out, you start asking some questions. People say, "Yeah, this kid maybe has had some attitude issues in the past," but this is clearly a situation of a ref with an agenda to DQ
go ahead
him.
And
So, all right, watch right here. Hayden is underneath, or I guess he's on top.
He's on top. They give an escape, and he's like, "Wait, why was there an escape?"
So which maybe that's fair. So they take a team point, or they give one here for unsportsmanlike. So he shakes hands and he gives a flex, and they hit him for that. And now, as a result of this, Hayden is DQ'd for the next competition, which means he can't.
Which is like their district tournament or whatever.
So we've seen this 1,000 times. If you can't go into district, can't make it to states, can't win states. He's a multiple state champion apparently, and now that's gone. And the fact that the official gave that point there says to me like they had something against this kid, which maybe it actually makes sense. Okay, if this kid has had some attitude issues before, that's why you can see maybe they want to say, okay, let's kind of get this kid. I don't know. Obviously, we can't hear the audio, but to me, that one given tells me everything. Yep. Right? You don't give that one. They're saying this is one of the best refs in the state.
Right.
Well, that tells you everything you need to know. That's simply not one point.
And the ref used to work for the school of the kid that lost.
Yes, and they're saying that. So the ref used to work.
It was a setup.
Yeah.
So first of all,
all I have to ask is, did this happen in Manitowoc County?
They probably tried to disqualify Dassey too.
Yeah, they DQ'd Dassey.
Yeah. No, it's a joke, and it's really sad to see officials insert themselves this much and take away a kid's opportunity to wrestle at the state tournament.
Yeah.
Just no one is, especially in high school athletics, no one is there to watch you.
Yeah.
Just you want to take a point away from him questioning your call, fine. He didn't flex on his opponent. He just did it to somebody. Like,
can you not
probably
flex?
His fans. I mean, we have this awesome picture of Mark Hall getting his hand raised and flexing at Scuffle. It doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't do anything. It's a joke.
I think it promotes fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's look, we criticize officials a lot on this show, and sometimes warranted, sometimes we go overboard, but by and large, wrestling officials are fine. But there are some freaking knuckleheads that just screw it up for everybody and give officials bad names, and then everybody overreacts and gets all in a tizzy. And
this happens every year.
I feel like it does happen.
Not that exact example, but something with
Rocky
state
Lombardi.
tournaments.
Rocky
Lombardi was awful. I don't know. There's always some questionable thing happening
Jordan
somewhere.
Decatur left the weigh-in room, and
Well, he shouldn't have left the weigh-in room.
Sure, but like, just
at least that's the rule,
right?
You can't do that.
There's so many like spirit of law versus letter of law things that cost kids matches, and it's like just.
Every year, somewhere across the country, something with the state tournament, something like this happens where it could easily be avoided, and it's a shame. Just let them wrestle.
Let the boys play. Okay. So, that's that question. We asked it, tried to answer it. Kind of a weird situation, for sure. GOAT question from Nate Gibson. If Gable goes undefeated in college, 4 titles, wrestles straight through all 4 years without a red shirt, do you give him the nod over Kale, who used a red shirt and lost a couple of times at years?
Why are you shaking your head no?
Just because of Kale's dominance.
Gable would have to increase it.
I think he'd be pretty dang dominant in these next coming years.
He already, like, if he bonused for the rest of his life, he still would have, like, a lower bonus rate than Kale, because of Kale had, like, not very many.
Even his freshman year?
Yeah.
What was his freshman year?
Kale was dominant from Jump Street.
All right, well, we'll need to pull that up.
Man, I think he'd be right there.
Well, okay, so you say, all right, if you assume that Gable's bonus increases his last 3 years, and he didn't take a red shirt, I feel like not taking a red shirt kind of negates some of the bonus if the bonus gets a little closer.
The not taking a red shirt is huge. That's a lot of the argument for Dake, too.
Yes. The arguments for Dake are kind of outside of bonus points, and the fact that he lost several times hurts him. But Gable's fairly dominant. How many decisions do you have? 1, 2, 3, 6 decisions in how many matches?
Last time I checked, his bonus rate was like 58.
60.
All right, 60. That's Kale's looking at like plus 90 the last 2-3 years of his career.
Okay.
Last, like 8 matches fall.
His last 2-3 years,
major,
this is his first year.
I'm just saying he's got to continue that he has a continual rate of dominance that's like at least close. Yeah. Like if Kale's career bonus is whatever 87, Gable's got to be like within
10 points of that.
Yeah,
coming into the sophomore year, it'll be tough, and especially the weight's only going to get better. And is Gable going to do all 4 years? There's rumors swirling.
Well, and now with Gable, there's things like, okay, is he making senior world teams? That factors in a little. Now Kale kind of got screwed honestly by 9/11, where the worlds got pushed back the year he made the team, and then Eggum ended up getting silver. Like he was still in college then, but. Yeah, Gable could very well have a top 5 career, no question. I don't know.
Gable's 4 undefeated years, no red shirt. Top 5. Wow, quite a take there, Nomad.
Well, I'm saying I'm saying whether he goes undefeated or not, like he's gonna be.
If he goes 4 straight undefeated, no red shirt, give him the GOAT tag.
Wow.
And I think coming into it, the fact that he's the GOAT high school wrestler of all time,
that helps.
It's like, man. The sustained excellence.
How about this? How about we count his 4 college matches from when he was in high school? 75% bonus rate in those, Nomad.
The other thing that's going to hurt him and help Kale.
Gable.
Yeah.
How about you pin David Jensen?
Yes.
David Jensen just
He
beat Sam Stoll.
He beat him
He
up.
pinned him as a senior in high school.
I watched that match like a couple days ago. He beat him up.
Holy cow.
Dan Gable.
Double dang.
They wrestled this weekend.
I know.
We should rerun that match.
We should rerun it.
Dan Gable is regarded in hollow ground in large part because of his legendary coaching career at Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
That gave him a huge bump in terms of what people think about in
Gable,
terms
the
of
wrestler.
competitive career. Just like Kale is going to get a huge bump because of his coaching career. Now, Kale had a much better career than
I don't
Gable
think so.
competitively. Oh, I promise you, the Penn State fans will.
Okay.
Kale walks on water.
He's.
And
wait,
the second thing,
hold on. If we're evaluating his college career,
yes,
he's
Gable.
not getting vaunted up into a higher tier because he's won 7 national
I
titles.
promise you that'll happen just like it happened with Gable. And Kale is already good to begin with, but they're going to push it to mythic proportions. And the second thing is the sportsmanship thing. They're going to be like, Gable was a punk, Gable did this, Gable did that, and so that's in the public's eye, that's going to hurt him.
I don't care about them.
I don't just.
I don't think the coaching thing factors in at all. And
Coaching definitely factors in. We literally see it with Dan Gable.
yeah, I think it happened with Gable. I don't think it's happened with Kale at all. Kale
That-
hasn't become a better wrestler.
No, of course he hasn't become a better wrestler, but people will push him even farther ahead in the GOAT conversation because of his coaching career.
Whatever.
It's going to happen.
Should Aaron Pico take a break from MMA and concentrate on making the 2020 Olympic team? I say yes, but I don't think he will.
Viva!
He signed a contract. And as we mentioned earlier, a couple of weeks ago, Pico to Mexico. I think it's going to happen. And
That would be so freaking
horrible. I think it's horrible. Personally, I know we've kind of gone back and forth on the switching countries thing.
You pick which wrestlers you get mad at.
Yes.
I'm doing it right now.
Yes.
I know.
I'm mad at
100%.
Aaron.
I know.
100%.
You're not mad at Micic.
No, I'm not. What can I say? No, I'm kind of mad because Micic won a medal for the United States. The whole thing is the perception of threat. We don't view Micic as a threat. Maybe we should, but he didn't wrestle.
Should.
World,
He
so
beat,
We definitely
beat
should.
the world silver.
Yeah. So now I'm mad at Stefan. I wasn't because he wasn't quite as good. Now I'm mad. I'm mad at you, Stefan, even though you're the man and I actually like you. But listen, here's the thing. You want to come to the OTC. You want to go on all these camps. You want to go on all these trips.
Hold on.
No.
When has Micic gone to OTC?
I'm going now.
When has Micic gone to the OTC since he started wrestling for Serbia?
No. I'm saying, listen. Just stop
Okay.
talking. Open your ears. Close your mouth. You'll hear me say they're going when they're making teams. When they're doing all this stuff, when they're making junior level teams, they're invited to all these camps. They're coming. They're training. They're getting USA Wrestling coaching. Then, when after they're optimized, okay, now I want to go wrestle for Serbia. I want to go wrestle for Mexico. I want to do that. I don't like it.
That's weak.
Don't-
That's a weak sauce take.
I agree. It's weak. And
That's a weak sauce take.
No.
Because, dude, that's how life works, man. You get good coaching, and then you see a better opportunity somewhere else, and you go take it. Like, that's fine.
If I'm USA Wrestling, I'm saying, listen, man, you can come to our camps, you can make our age level world teams, all this and that, but you're USA all the way, and you're going to sign something to that effect. That's what I believe. I believe that. Yeah, listen.
First of all, that's not legally enforceable.
It is.
Via UWW or just life.
I had legal on the horn. They told me.
Like, what? That's terrible.
I can't believe.
I want to see more good wrestlers, not multiple entries from countries. Freaking morons. That'll only help Russia, idiots. But if Stefan Micic wants to go wrestle for Serbia, awesome. If Pico wants to wrestle for Mexico, awesome. If Austin Gomez wants to wrestle for Mexico, awesome.
No, I want them to wrestle for America.
No, it's good for us. It's good for us to have more of those guys in. It's good for wrestling to have more of those guys in. And America should not worry about those guys.
We shouldn't worry about Pico. We're helping him get better.
Yeah, we helped. Just like, dude, this is stupid. Like, if you go somewhere else after Flo,
No. This is country allegiance. This is your nation. Yeah.
No, it's your job. It's your job. And you can change
Yeah.
jobs and find a better opportunity
This
and take
isn't
the
changing
training
jobs.
from
Same
your
job,
previous.
Nomad. It's not a different job.
I know. It's I know it's the same job. You're finding a better opportunity at a different company.
So you just bounce around whichever nation you want to wrestle for? Has Aaron Pico
You can only change one time.
Oh,
and who cares? It doesn't matter. Adam Batirov doesn't live in Bahrain. Who cares?
I don't like that.
That's stupid.
It's different.
That's stupid. Do whatever's best for you, wrestlers. I don't care. If you want to leave America, go ahead. We're still going to have the first, second best team every year. We could have a mass exodus. Everyone will still want to compete for, not everyone, but a lot of people still want to compete for USA.
I think it's
And
weak.
Micic, go get you a medal, dude.
Whatever. I wish
He didn't have. I think Hawkeye Hater over here doesn't have any faith that Thomas Gilman's going to beat Micic this year.
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, first of all,
it sounds like you don't think Jo can beat Pico or Molinaro can beat Pico. I think you're scared.
No. Well, first of all, you're wrong on both counts because I don't think.
So then, what do you worry about? If you think that our guy is better, then how is it a threat?
No, it's not about the threat.
You literally just use the word threat.
Well, that's what changed. That's what changed the perception. But the reason I don't like it is the investment that USA Wrestling puts in these guys. Okay, Mexico. What's Mexico investing? What are they doing? How have they helped?
Who cares what Mexico is investing? Who cares what Mexico is investing? That guy sees a better opportunity.
They get the Mexico gets the benefits of USA Wrestling's work. Yeah. Not that it's not Aaron Pico's work. Not that it's not Stefan Micic's work. But their investment.
That is like.
And first of all, Pico making 65. Get out of here. I hope. Go 65. First of all, he won't qualify a spot at 65 because he's way too big. I don't think he can make that day of 2 days in a row. So it's 74, in which case Burroughs has a double leg waiting for him. And Micic, if he's a 57, all right, I want to see it. But he's wrestling at 133 and he looks pretty stout there. I'm not sure. And I think Gilman beats Micic for sure.
All right, so what are you worried about?
It's not about me worried if we're gonna win or lose. I don't
sounded like you were a couple minutes ago.
Well, what if? I mean, it's the in this particular instance, I'm not worried about Pico winning or Micic winning necessarily. Well, it's the precedent it sets. Why would not everyone do this? Why wouldn't Kyle Date go for Serbia? I mean, you can just
go ahead.
You can go rest. Man,
go ahead. That's how life works, dude. Like. You see better opportunity, you take it. No matter where your training came from.
No, the
Olympics.
Where
your training came from, and you can't. They have rules in place. You can't just change multiple times. You change one time in your career. You get one movement. It's not like straight free agency. You can change one time. The country gets compensated for that. If you are a world, the Micic family or the Serbian Wrestling Federation had to pay a larger sum of money to USA Wrestling and to United World Wrestling because Micic was a junior world medalist.
The World and Olympic Championships are about representing your country. It's about finding out.
And Micic's country,
hold
Serbia.
on. I let you go.
Micic's country, Serbia.
No, it's not his country. He does not live there. He does not represent Serbia. And Aaron Pico does not represent Mexico. He is an American. These are Americans. This is about determining on the global level. Stop.
It's American exceptionalism. This is a stupid take.
It's not exceptionalism.
It literally is. You're like,
no.
You can only wrestle for America.
No, that's not what
exactly
I'm saying.
What you're saying.
I'm saying the purpose of these competitions is to find out which nations are better at which things. And if it becomes some free agency, like the Los Angeles Lakers can just go here, just being opportunistic, I think you're losing the root of what these competitions are all about.
It's not about which nation is best. It's about which wrestler is the best. And it's not free agency because you can only move one time in your career.
I don't think
so. Micic cannot move to. Micic can now not wrestle for Croatia or Japan or whomever. Like he can move one time, so it's not free agency. And number two, it's about figuring out who the best wrestler is.
And yes,
and so you have a competition. Every country decides who their best wrestler is, and then all those guys meet, and then we determine who the best wrestler is. All those girls meet, we determine who the best wrestler is.
But there's also the national component that I think matters.
Yeah, and it's cool. So he was born in America. Awesome. He was born in this arbitrary line set. That was years ago. That was years ago. That has nothing to do. He has no control over where he is born, but he does have control, just like everyone in this world has control over what job, what company they want to work for, and they don't like or they don't want to be under the auspices of America. They want to wrestle for somebody else where they feel they have a better opportunity. And that is what America is about. Finding a better opportunity. That's what America is really about. Finding a better opportunity and taking it.
You think all right. This is among your worst takes. Now, I mean, think about this. I imagine if Aaron Pico wins the Olympics.
Great.
Standing on the podium and the Mexican anthem play. I mean, it's a sham.
Great. It's not a sham.
That's a joke.
It's not a sham. That's who he wants to wrestle for.
That's a joke.
No, it's not. Like, you can wrestle for whoever you want. You pay the money. You can wrestle for them. You win for them. That's it.
Okay.
You get a new job. You win for IBM. You get a new job. You win for Apple. You get a new job. You win for Ford.
Stop. We get
That's exactly what it is. Okay, well, you clearly don't get it because it's about changing jobs for a different company. That's it. That's all it's about. America's going to win anyway, so what do you care?
Well, one, we don't win. We won one time in 20 years. Second of all...
Do you have a problem with all these Russians leaving? Do you not like that Russians can wrestle for Spain and, let's see.
I'm not a Russian.
For Slovakia. No, okay, but so I'm saying be consistent in your beliefs then.
Yeah, no, I think you should wrestle in the country that you represent, that you were born in. I think that's what international competition is about. Okay, I don't think it's about finding the obscure nation that has a wrestling team or something that you can go compete for, so you can find some backdoor entrance into a team.
So it's like president. You have to be born in America to run for president.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I would like an American to be in charge of this country.
Okay, well, we're not talking about the president. We're talking about...
Well, you brought it up. I wouldn't have brought up the president.
I know. We're talking about wrestling, and you should be able to wrestle for whoever you want. You can change one time, and America's gonna beat him anyway. So, who cares?
All right, it's time to go.
Go, America. Go get yourself the best opportunity that you can, whether it is this country or somewhere else.
All right.
Because they're just lines. Who cares?
Can we play the national anthem? Because I feel like I need to take a bath after hearing this take. All right. The booth is trying to pull up the national anthem. I don't think we have to worry about copyright law here. It is public domain.
We were going to start Who's the One to Show Your State with the national anthem.
We should start. I'm just so appalled right now. I hope we're going to get to hear the Star Spangled Banner. All right, so Bracky, give us a rundown of the weekend.
Later today, PIAA team states begin dual state championships. That's where Willie is. Brock Height has done a couple really awesome previews, breaking down the entire field.
Brackets on Flow Arena?
Yes, brackets, archive matches inside of Flow Arena. Friday, WCWA Women's National Wrestling Championships. Nomad is on his way there after the show.
Mm-hmm. Don't come back.
Then also Friday.
You live in Atlanta now.
Wildwood National Duels, Northwestern Michigan, Rutgers, Indiana, Stanford, Purdue, Maryland, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska is a nice little treat on Friday night as well. The Zagreb Open, which Nomad was talking about, starts
go there too
in the middle of the night. Nomad now lives in Croatia. He will be representing them at 2020. Air Force Oklahoma State is also Friday night.
Join the Air Force too. learn how to be an American.
Saturday, Oklahoma at Edinburgh, Stanford, Indiana, and then Sunday, Rutgers, Purdue, Maryland, Minnesota, Cleveland State, Michigan State, Illinois, Wisconsin, South Dakota State, Wyoming. Boom. We literally got you covered from youth wrestling to senior level, college, high school, women. We got it all.
Team.
What a country.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know, but I'm ready to go. I'm so the flag. Oh, look at this. I know. No, man, take your hat off.
What? Oh, hey, we got
the flag. Thank you so much for listening.
We'll stand also.
Yeah, we'll stand. And I'll do this. Thank you so much for listening to 351 episodes of Flow Wrestling Radio Live. We will be back Tuesday, and I hope Willie heard Nomad's take and is ready to wait for it. I'm going to make him listen. That's going to be the one thing he has to do. All right, so watch a lot of wrestling. Support the United States of America.
Which I do.
Support the troops Friday night in Gallagher.
Yep, Air Force, Oklahoma State. We'll be back Tuesday. We thank you guys for listening. Have a nice weekend. Watch Ohio State, Penn State. We're going to have our live updates going, more content coming about that. And here we go. Later.
Bye.